This is Rob, the admin for the Build Your Instagram for Leads and Sales, and it's been so long since I've come on live here, and you know, there's somebody I don't want to say blame that for, but I definitely wanted him to make an appearance today on this live, and this is, well, first of all, before we get started, I wanted to introduce somebody. This is my lovely wife, Amy, which has made an appearance on my lives here before. I like to bring her on once in a while. We like to talk about stuff because she has a ton of experience with health and wellness entrepreneurship on the online space. So I like to leverage her experience and everything whenever we come on here and talk. And I would like to introduce the newest member of the Finton clan. This is Gabriel, and he, I'm sure everyone can tell he's a baby.
But he's cute. You need to close up his face.
He is cute. Unfortunately, the phone's on a tripod, so I can't exactly just bring it over here. But if you pay attention to my Instagram stories on my personal Instagram at Robert Finton, you might see I am just filling it up full of baby stuff. So, you know, I have these proud papa moments. I have a lot of proud papa moments. Oh, hi Melanie. Yes, he is adorable, isn't he? He's the best. He actually sleeps quite a bit, so we've actually been getting some decent rest. It's actually been pretty cool. So the reason I want to come on here today was I just wanted to come back on. It's been a while. The baby, understandably, we had a couple hairy few weeks since the last time I've been on live in this group. Understandably, you know, Amy, you know, just having some health stuff, and then with the baby, the doctors had to make a call. And we weren't expecting Gabriel until August, but he came to us a few weeks early, and we are so happy he is here. He is healthy. We think the doctors made the right call. So it's only fair now that it's been a week since he's born. Actually, we are looking at he is 6 days old, and he will be 7 days old tomorrow. So we'll celebrate his week-long birthday. I don't know yet, but let's do something. But something that, you know, I hear a lot of people, health and wellness entrepreneurs, Beachbody coaches, whatever. I may have some Plexus people on here. I might have a Body by Wrap. I'm not sure. I got a lot of
whatever your business.
Whatever your business is, you know, it is very easy to just kind of take whatever's going on in your personal life and make that the reason to not work your business. Okay, and it's super easy to do that because a lot of times we are overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. Most of us, if not all of us, this kind of business, working on social media, promoting, online marketing, it's our side hustle, right? We have day jobs, or we are full-time moms or dads, or we just have these things going on where we can't sit down for 8 to 10 hours a day and create live videos and post on Instagram, and you know, we just don't have it. So a lot of times that becomes the excuse to not work your business. So I kind of wanted to bring Amy and my baby on today because I think this is a great example of how you take what's going on in your personal life and you leverage it against your social media business instead and use that to create success. So my wife has years of Beachbody experience. So I thought I would bring her on maybe just to kind of expound how she brought value to the world using her personal life when she was active in Beachbody. She's taking a short break. She will be signing back on here very shortly with the pregnancy and everything and some other stuff going on. She decided just to kind of take that 6-month sabbatical or whatever that Beachbody makes you take in between coaches, and she's using that to just kind of, you know, bring Gabriel to the world and then reset and refocus. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because I live by the mantra that if you don't take care of yourself, how in the world do you take care of others, right? So let's see, I just told my team that today, how they should go live showing their life today. Yes, that's absolutely right, Melanie. Way to go. That is great advice. Because, well, actually I'll let Amy go into this a little bit. When you were doing Beachbody, how did you leverage your personal life against your brand?
I mean, it's just all about what am I going through at this moment. You know, what are the tough parts, and how can I relate to the
Oh my
I
gosh!
need
yeah.
more sleep.
No, what are you talking about? I let you sleep.
How can I
Actually,
relate that
she
to
had
people?
a C-section, so she is in full recovery mode. So
Yeah.
God bless her. She is a fighter.
But like, how can I relate that to other people? Like, you know, whatever tough time you're going through in your life, whatever struggle that you're having, like, how can you tell your story in a way that's a little bit more positive? You know, like, how am I overcoming this? How can I help other people? How can I add value to other people's lives? How am I getting through this struggle? And, you know, just, it doesn't have to be, you don't even have to be over your struggle. You just have to be telling your story. Just connecting with people.
Because facts tell, stories sell.
No, for real.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
So, I mean, it's just like, you know, you're connecting with other people who may be going through the same things or something similar, and they're like, well, if she can get through it, then, you know, I can get through it too. And like, they might come to your page specifically because you're talking about whatever kind of struggle you're having, and they're going to come back because they're like, well, she gave a really good tip on this, so I'm going to see if she has any more tips that are useful to me. And then eventually, if they keep coming back to you, they're going to be like, well, you know, I really got a lot of value out of what she's putting out there, so maybe I need to reach out to her. You know, and if you even put out there, like, I'm having this type of challenge group, and again, it doesn't have to always be like about fitness. I mean, obviously fitness, yes, is going to be an aspect of it, but it can be just like a niche specific challenge. I don't know if we're talking about that today in here, but anyways, you know, just thinking about like what kind of struggle am I going through? How can I help them get through that struggle in doing a group like related to it? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
No,
I'm so tired.
and that's fine. You're all over the place. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll leave now.
No, honey, you stay here. You and the baby. I love you.
Okay.
So anyway, I think what Amy was trying to get at, and
Did that really not make sense?
no, that made tons of sense because essentially when she talks about that group of people you're talking to, it's essentially talking to what, you know, is commonly known among social media networking circles as like your avatar type person. Like, you are speaking specifically to that person who is leaning back on their phone as they're watching you, and they're like, yeah, that's me. Holy crap. Oh, boy. You know, she just figured out a life hack or some sort of tip or some sort of thing that, oh my gosh, that's something I've been struggling with for so long, and she just has it figured out. So maybe she has more things figured out, and I am going to... let's see, I am going for the over 50-ish, menopause, getting older but still feeling younger, etc. Tied to fitness and clean eating, healthier. Wow, that is actually a very good specific niche market that you're going after, Melanie. I really have to say, and I'm guessing, I really don't know you well enough, but I'm guessing that's kind of represents who you are as a person. Therefore, it's very easy for you to speak to those people. And you probably have a few things figured out that they don't have figured out that makes you essentially their mentor. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take much to be their mentor.
No, all you have to do is tell them one tip that they've used that will help them, and they're going to look at you like, you know everything. No, yeah. Seriously. They're going to value more what you put out there if they use that one tip. And again, it doesn't have to be huge. It can just be like, I think of an example right now. Drink more water. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a very minimum thing here. But like, if they take that tip, they use it, and they feel better, they're going to be like, I'm really going to follow this person.
Yeah. Yeah, it really doesn't take much. You're absolutely right. It does not take much. So Melanie, if you've got something that you're rocking, then you know there is people out there on the internet just like you. Let's see. I've tried the younger crowd, hasn't been working. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'll tell you right now, that's because you're talking to the wrong people. I'll tell you, and it's not a knock against you. It doesn't mean you're a bad coach. It's just you're talking to the wrong people. You got to talk to the right people. So
once you start talking to what you were talking about, the 50 in the 50s, I think they said. Once you start talking to those people specifically, then your business is going to take off just because you speak their language. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not going to speak a 20-year-old's language because you're not 20. It's just basically what you're going through in your life and what you have in common, all that stuff. And being the same age helps. So
absolutely. So I think that I kind of went off on a little bit of tangent there, but I think what she said was absolutely right. Hi, it's Helene. How are you? I agree. Thanks. Just starting leaning toward that about 2 weeks ago, easing into it. All right, Melanie. So good. You're right. We were just talking in my boot camp a second ago, which, by the way, boot camp's going real strong, and we got another one coming up in late August. Hint, hint.
Yeah,
And
I'd jump on that, man.
Yeah,
I really
jump.
would.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We're killing it. But it does take time, Melanie. But what I recommend you do is do not ease into it. Just go for it, because if you ease into it, it's not going to take any quicker, or it's not going to take any slower for you. It might even take slower for the transition to start happening. If you have a message, you need to go for it. You need to own that message. And at first, it might be awkward because you might have been working on the younger crowd, and it might be weird. But
I mean, I'm just gonna add this in here too. Like, you're gonna drive people away with your message. The people that aren't for you, you're gonna drive them away.
yeah,
But the people that are for you, you're going to attract them. So just know that it's okay for people to say, you know what, this girl, she ain't talking to me, and I'm gonna leave.
Yep.
Because that's not who you want to attract anyways. You want to attract people who you're going to connect with. Therefore, build a solid foundation of friendship, relationship, teamwork, stuff like that. So that's something to really think about.
absolutely. Just to jump in, Melanie. Jump in. If you screw it up, it's fine. So my wholehearted belief in social media is, what have you done for me lately? What is hot on top? So what might have happened yesterday, most people won't remember. Hell, there's things on social media that I looked at this morning when I was drinking coffee or whatever. I don't remember. I might have watched a funny video, or I might have watched, I might have read a post, something about something, and I don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. If you mess up a post, own it, learn from it, and post again tomorrow. Better. So it takes time, it takes practice, but it's possible. So, and we are going off the most massive tangent I've ever had, but this is all good stuff. And for those of you who are logging in, I hope you're getting something out of this, because I missed you guys. I really have. It's been, about 10 days since I've been on live, and, you got this little guy here to blame for that, but it's not so much a blame. It's just you got to prioritize, and he's been absolutely wonderful. So, is there a way you can showcase him? I suppose there's no way. So, okay, there he is. That's the best you're gonna get right there. But
Hey.
that's Gabriel. All right. All right. So let's rewind back to what I wanted to come on.
Whatever you have going on in your life, whether it be having a new baby, whether it be going through some kind of, how come I can't think of anything else?
Struggle.
Yeah, struggle, but like a specific example of struggle.
Well, let's say something like your car broke down, or no, actually, a great example of this, and it's an unfortunate thing, but she did it very well, was Anita Myron. She's a 15-star beach body coach. Some of you may be on her team even, I don't know. But her, if you know her at all, she has issues, with trying to have children, and has unfortunately met with some pretty tragic results in the recent past. And she really, she did a great job leveraging
She put it out
that.
there.
She put it out there.
She was open and she was honest. She was very vulnerable, and she shared, a lot. And I'm sure it wasn't easy for her to continue working her business.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
not.
my gosh, I can't even imagine, nor do I want to
Yeah.
imagine anything like that. And she, pushed forward and stuff like that. And thankfully, we're not going through anything like that. And I hope that you guys aren't either. But it's just like, how can I tell my story?
Yes.
How can I turn it around into a positive thing versus kind of staying stuck in, a space that you might be stuck in. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
absolutely. So, and I think you nailed it right on the head, because I could have very easily, once this baby was born, I could have been like, you know what, I'm too busy with the baby. I got my full-time job too. I have a very busy full-time. Well, I'm not doing it now. I'm on baby leave. But once I go back, I'm working 8 to 10 hours a day. I got just so much going on, and the heck with this Instagram thing, whatever. I'll just do it whenever I feel like I can just do it again. And that's the wrong answer. That's absolutely the wrong answer. Instead, you need to flip your mentality a little bit. How can I make what's happening to me work for my business? Because social media is about connecting with other people. And people are not going to connect with you if you're this robot that seems to have it all figured out all the time. Does that make sense?
Can't be perfect.
You cannot be perfect. And if people look at you like as perfect, then they're not going to want to buy from you because you might intimidate them, or you might, be completely unrelatable.
I'm gonna tell you, back when I was doing Beachbody before, I put out this brand of myself, right? Because I used to work out freaking what? Sometimes I work out 3 times a day. Sometimes I work out more. And that's only because I wanted to. It wasn't because I was obsessed with the scale or anything like that. It wasn't anything like that. But it was just because I was teaching classes, or I was doing this, or running all over the place. And people would look at that and go, oh my gosh, I can't work out 3 to 5 times a day. So you have to kind of really, put out, I put out my struggles too. But it's just that's just an example, you don't want to you don't want to be like, oh my gosh, in order to work with this person, I have to be able to work out 5 hours a day and stuff like that. So it's very important that you guys really put out what you're struggling with, really put out what is, weighing you down a lot. You have to be vulnerable with people.
Absolutely. So, what was I going to say? Uh-oh, I lost track.
Get back on.
Oh, no.
Think about
well, let's read some of the, let's see here. Helene, I am not perfect. Well, nobody expects you to be perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, so, and I think sometimes the message from your corporate might be you might be kind of pigeonholed into that kind of persona, that you have to portray yourself as this fitness guru who might have it all figured out. And that's fine. I mean, your company, whether it's Beachbody or whatever, might tell you to do that, but in the end, it is your business. Let's remember this. This is your business. Who you decide to let in is up to you. You can block people. You don't have to let them in. I don't care if they are going to buy you a Shakeology or whatever and get your Success Club point. If they are negative and they're bringing you down, you don't have to let them in. Also, you can put whatever you want out there. It's up to you. And that's why it's so important to know your niche and everything, because you want to put yourself out there. Showing that you're not perfect, I think, is to your advantage. And that's exactly right. You nailed it, Melanie. And this kind of rewinds back to what we were talking about. We keep going on tangents, but there's just so much, we just love talking about this stuff. We're kind of like nerds when it comes to this sort of thing. But having a baby has completely thrown off my schedule. Because for the last year, I had a very set schedule. I got up at 4:30 in the morning. I showered, shaved, whatever, came downstairs, got ready for work, and for 2 hours I would sit at my computer, at my phone, I would build content, I would build value, I would work on my groups, I would post to my Instagram, I would take trainings, and then my family would wake up at about 6:45, 7 o'clock, and I would get on with my day. That has completely gone out the window. This guy keeps me up all night. So, rather than sit there and let that be an excuse, instead I figure out ways to make it work. And that's the key, because life's going to happen no matter what you do. No matter what, and that happens in any business. You can open a donut store in the corner of the street, okay? And life is going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of figuring out how to make it work versus letting it ruin you. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Usually you chime in. And it's like, usually that's my cue. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I guess she agrees with me. Right? Mind blown. Anyway.
It doesn't happen very often.
What doesn't? That
I agree with you.
No, actually, this is the first in maybe 10 years. Yeah, maybe 11. Probably hear about it after, but it's all good. So, what I'm going to do then is, if you're used to seeing content from me at a certain time on the Build Your Instagram page, or if you follow any of my Instagrams, I have 4 of them, you're going to probably see things a little more erratic. And that's just me figuring out how to make things work with the new addition in my life. And that's what you have to do, okay? You have, when it comes to Instagram, or any social media platform, but this is Instagram. This is build your Instagram for leads and sales. We're not talking about Pinterest or Facebook, okay? Build your Instagram. Dang it. You need to post every day. You absolutely have to post every single day. You have to.
Instagram stories are amazing.
Ooh, Instagram stories. And you know what? Are you leaving me?
I gotta pee really bad.
I'm lost. I'm totally lost. I'm just going to stare awkwardly at the phone until you return.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Instagram stories is actually the perfect vehicle for you to leverage your newfound personal struggles and life experiences. Because that's what makes you more relatable. Like, for instance, if you go on my personal Instagram, @RobertFinton, you will still see the flow of value that I do. I do an inspirational post, an informative post, and an entertaining post. And they are very business-like because your Instagram front page needs to be the business. This is the business front page. Think of it like a magazine. You land on somebody's Instagram, it's the cover of a magazine. It's what draws people in. The bio is like your table of contents, okay? And when you go on the stories, okay, that's where your personal life exists. So everything that you might be posting on Instagram now, what you think is valuable content, whether it's the personal stuff like, hey, I went to the pool today with my kids, well, put that in the stories, okay? Instead, your content on the front page or your post should be of value. So when I say value, I mean like, here's some tips on how to take your kids somewhere on a budget or something. I mean, I don't know, there's just so much to it. In the realm of fitness, here's some tips on how to get your workout in despite having these kids and being able to take them to the pool later and feel good knowing that you have already accomplished. Oh my gosh, Melanie, get on stories. What are you doing? Instagram stories. I think I posted this in the group, but Instagram stories is one of the hottest platforms right now for self-promotion. It is beating out Snapchat. Snapchat was the hottest thing for a long time. But Instagram got smart and they put the story, so you have to use it. So many people are using it right now. That is like the #1 way to connect with your audience. Not even Instagram Live is that big. Oh, hi, you're back. Not even Instagram Live is that big. And it's the same thing as Facebook Live, except on the Instagram forum. But Instagram stories have taken off. Maybe, I don't know if it's because they ripped off Snapchat. I don't really care. All I know is, Melanie, get on there. You'll find, if you check out some other Beachbody...
Oh my gosh, just put anything out there. Is that
anything.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, if you look at my @RobertFinton account, I post pictures of my pets.
It doesn't need to be huge. Your Instagram front page needs to be your magazine. Your stories need to be your personal. That's it.
Yes. So, and Melanie, yes, they do go away after a day, but that's why you got to post every day, just to keep the
over and over
again.
Take a picture of yourself outside, how many degrees it is.
What time it is.
I'm up at 6 a.m. and blah, blah, blah. I can talk about anything. You want to talk
So my husband's being really annoying.
Yeah, anything. It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. My dog decided to poop on the floor today.
It's so hot today, you guys. I'm just sweating.
Oh my God, I'm so sweating.
Anything.
And then get the little dog filter.
Anything.
Have some fun with it.
Seriously.
I had a sticky frog in the kitchen, LOL. That might have been funny, or my dog brought out possum. That is perfect. Yes. Melanie, if you want to attract that 50-plus crowd, that's exactly what you got to do. Use those Instagram stories, okay? Because I'm telling you, you are missing that dimension of putting yourself out there if you're not using it. And I don't know why people don't use it. Now,
it's intimidating.
It is intimidating.
Like, oh gosh, what am I supposed to put? I'm supposed to post 3 times a day, then I'm supposed to do stories too.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Stories are easy.
Here's the thing though. You can even go on Instagram stories and say, well, I'm not even sure what to talk about today, but I thought I'd come on here and say hi.
People get to know you through stories. And then when you're putting your posts out there on Instagram for your magazine and your business, they're going to be like, well, this girl or this guy's kind of fun, and I think I want to work with him.
Yeah, exactly. Just started using stories. Good, Helene. You need to use them every day. You can put a lot of the top performing network marketers of whatever business you guys are in. I pay attention a lot. A lot of celebrities do this. A lot of your top Instagram personalities out there, because Instagram has its own kind of celebrity set.
You're more likable.
they post a lot about just what they're doing. They get up in the morning. They post their pets. They post the food that they're eating. They post the restaurants they go to. They post everything.
Maybe not going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. But, you know, anything
No,
else.
we don't need to do that. You know, but they do have the little poop emoji. You can probably put in there.
And
It's actually supposed to be chocolate ice cream. I didn't know that. I just thought it was the poop emoji. But maybe we don't need to. Maybe we don't need to go down that road, right?
But no, I mean, if you want to announce that to the world, I guess that's it too. But,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think they want to know that much.
See, posted it with my baby not wanting me to help her eat. That is solid gold. That is exactly what you need to be posting on Instagram. Like, if you look on my Instagram stories, if you look at my Instagram stories, it's all about my baby. Baby, baby, baby. I don't care. I'm a proud papa. I'm going to do it. Dang. I just made an incredible snack and took a pic, but I already ate it, so no more story. LOL. Or you can do it like this, Melanie. You just hold the phone up to your face and you go, man, I had this snack earlier. It was so good. I forgot to post it, but I'm just going to come on here and tell you all about it.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. Hey, any of y'all want to hear the recipe, hit me up. Hit me up on the direct messenger and I will tell you the recipe. Hello? Don't think too hard about it because we get too wound up about the correct formula. Oh, I have to do it this way. I have to post like this. You know, like I saw a coach, he or she posted a certain thing and he's successful. So that must be what I have to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Wrong answer. Don't do that. As a matter of fact, if these other coaches are posting stuff and you're like sitting there comparing yourself to them, you probably need to unfollow them ASAP. That's just straight talk. That's just straight talk. Comparison game is terrible. Mm-hmm. So like, for instance, I followed a male Beachbody coach, one of the most popular ones for a long time, just struggling to figure out what it was I was supposed to put out there. And I couldn't even start for years because I looked at what he was putting out there and I thought, man, you know.
It's funny because he tried to go on live or something. He tried to act like him.
It was terrible. It was probably the worst thing ever. Like, if people watch me, they're like, who's this douchebag?
Well, anyways, so, like, you have to just find your own voice. You can't find somebody else's voice. You can't copy anybody. Gotta be you.
So, hey, then can I tell them to go to my page to see the pic? Yeah, actually, a lot of people do that on the Instagram stories. They say, new post up, check it out.
Or the swipe up, right?
Or I don't know if that's really available to everybody yet. They
Really?
say it is, but I have not been able to figure it out yet.
Oh.
But yes, Melanie, a lot of popular Instagrammers do that, where they say, hey, new post up, check it out. And then they'll go to your post, and that's where your value lies. That's where your tutorial is. That's where your instructions for a better life is, or whatever, based on whatever your niche is. So, you know, so having a baby. Having a baby, leveraging that new aspect in my life, which is overwhelming to a lot of people, learning to do that, leveraging it against my Instagram business, creates that more likable, relatable person versus just another internet Instagram coach making white noise out there. Does that make sense? Because I have taken a lot of Instagram trainings that I bought off the internet, and let's see, I think you have to have a certain amount of followers to have the swipe feature. Maybe, but I have a Food Prep Life page, has 76,000 followers. I still don't have the swipe feature, so I'm not even sure. I'm going to have to do some research on that. But, you know, I've taken a lot of Instagram trainings. A lot of them are very cold. A lot of them are just, you pay a couple $100. They send you a link. You go into the link, and there's all your modules, and they may or may not answer you via the free Facebook page. That's and that's not me. I don't want Instagram training to necessarily define me, nor should Beachbody define you. Does that make sense? Am I making any kind of sense? Mm-hmm. Care to expound on that? She's the Beachbody. I brought her on because she's all about the Beachbody. Me personally, I could talk about Instagram value leverage and all that, but she speaks coaching.
Oh, are we getting into that?
A little bit. We're on. Y'all want to hear about this, or are we just like, blah, 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 blah? We're on here for a little bit. Oh, that's just me.
Well, anyways, so I mean, it's just important that you guys don't have your, wait, what are you doing?
I value your input, so here you go.
Okay, that's weird. Anyway, so, you don't want to define yourself as Beachbody. You keep going back to Beachbody.
Well, you know, that's the preponderance of people on this page are from
Anyways.
Beachbody. So, you know.
Anyways, so
But let's just, you can
want-
apply it to any business that you
you
like.
want to tell your message. You want to put your message out there for people. So what is the message that you want to share with the world? Is it break up with the scale? Is it what can you do, like bouncing back after having a baby? I mean, whatever your thing is, you really have to think about that. And just what kind of message you want to put out there. And it doesn't always have to be about that specific message.
Curiosity marketing. I like that.
Yeah.
It's breadcrumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, it's very important that you look at your Instagram and you say, okay, what is my magazine? What is my message? And put out whatever kind of positivity that you want to put out there, and whatever kind of value that you want to put out there, aside from, you don't want to talk Beachbody 24/7. You very rarely even want to mention it. In your stories, you can mention it all you want, but on your magazine page, you don't want to mention it. Now, when I say in your stories, I don't mean go on there and be like,
Okay, here, let me, let's do a visual here. I think, let's just make sure we know we're on the same page here. This is my wife's phone. Okay, so when we say magazine page, so this is my wife's Instagram. This is what we mean by magazine. This is the front cover of your magazine. You see what I'm saying? That's what that is. So it's not a separate page. It's not a separate account. It's not anything like that. We just call it the magazine front cover. Let's just call it that. Because we always consider personal branding on Instagram like you are running a magazine and you are the editor-in-chief. So like in my upcoming Instagram Academy that I got put together that I'm soon going to unveil to the world, I compare it to like saying you are running the Oprah magazine or the Rachel Ray magazine or something where, yes, it has their name attached to it, but you're not going to open up the magazine and get page after page after page of their personal life. Instead, you're going to get feature articles about tips and tricks and things that value that is related to them and their brand. In
their stories, you'll get what they did today, what they had for lunch, who they're hanging out with, you know, who their pets are, and all that stuff. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So, you know, in your stories, just you can take a picture of your shake. You can take a picture of you working out. You can do whatever you want in your stories. It's just personal.
Yep.
Whatever, and mix it up though. Don't just put Beachbody stuff in your stories.
Oh yeah.
Put your personal life in your stories.
Well, it's because your followers want to get to know you. They followed you for a reason.
And it wasn't Beachbody.
And it was not Beachbody. You know. And I tell people all the time, don't use Beachbody hashtags. Don't when you reach out to people. You know, the value you're offering is not, hey, I got this great Beachbody workout. Come join my challenge group. That's not value. That's soliciting.
Yeah, people don't care.
And that's when people start feeling icky. That's when your network marketers are like, oh, I hate it because I feel so icky. That's because you're doing it wrong. Once you figure out how to lead with value and sell something you believe in, is when the ickiness goes away and you charge 100 miles per hour.
And there's nothing wrong with putting out an advertisement for your challenge group. However, you need to be careful on the wording of that. So whatever your niche is, what problem are you solving? I don't know if we're getting to this, but
what problem? We're here. We're talking.
What problem are you solving? You know, what can I help people with? That is what you're putting out there. Not, oh, this workout program is awesome and my shake is awesome and you guys just need to join me because it's working for me and I lost 25 pounds and if I lost 25 pounds, that means you need to just like be
there's more.
How can I solve a specific problem?
Yes.
Maybe you're a busy mom who's figured out how to work the workout into her schedule and other people struggle with that. So you want to have a challenge group based on that. Yes, you will be using the products that you have.
It's your vehicle.
It's your vehicle, but it's not you. And you can't feature your products. You can't lead with your product because people don't care about your product.
No.
You have to lead with yourself and your value. That's all people care about.
Right. People want to buy, and think about it this way. This is how I always think. So, I'm very transparent, and I want you to understand this is how I run the Beachbody. Hi, Brittany! So this is how I run the Instagram business model, and I think it's okay that you guys hear this. So, crap, you just, oh no, I'm blanking. Okay, so you might notice that on my Build Your Instagram for Leads and Sales page that all I do is just give out tip after tip after tip on how to better your Instagram. It is nonstop. It is just an avalanche of tips. And a common misconception is that, well, in order for me to be successful, I should breadcrumb my stuff and then just leave all the juiciest stuff in the back burner for when they decide to buy from me. Then that's when I'll give them the juicy stuff. And that is exactly the wrong. Let's flip that switch a little bit. What I do in my Build Your Instagram, and this, you should probably take this mentality to your businesses, is I put all of my value out there. This is like basically the curriculum for my Instagram Academy that I'm putting out there in my boot camp. You can find in my Build Your Instagram for Leads and Sales. You can find it there. It's all there. I'm kind of an open book when it comes to my content. What people buy from me and what they're going to buy from you as a coach or whatever is your time and your attention. Okay? So
Accountability is a must.
Accountability. So many people need somebody there just to like call them and say, did you work out today? Why didn't you work out today? Well, get off your butt and go work out today. So many people need that. And that's the value you bring. Not you, and that's why I say if you're struggling to come up with content as a Beachbody coach or whatever it may be, find the workout program you're using or find whatever it is and demonstrate stuff out of it. Use the meal plan, talk about the meal plan, put all that out there. And when people come to you and say, hey, this person knows what they're saying, they're going to reach you and say, hey, how can I do it? Hey, I'd love to help you. Let's get on the phone. Oh, all right, sounds great. Sounds like we'll be a good match. Tell you what, I got a challenge group where you'll have access to me all the time. You can message me for questions. I'll keep you accountable. That's what people pay for.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. All my values on Build Your Instagram Leads to Sales, but I keep myself kind of in the background. And then when people say, hey, Rob, and I get people message me all the time. Hey, Rob, I'm struggling with Instagram here and there. What should I do? Hey, that sounds great. Let's get on the phone a little bit. Talk to them. By the way, I sell this package. You'll have my full attention if you buy this. There's nothing wrong with that, because one thing that I think a lot of the network marketing, and you can chime in anytime.
What?
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One thing that I think a lot of the health and wellness network marketing entrepreneurs out there, I don't think they understand their value that well. So they think that, well, the guy or gal bought a shake for me, so now I got to help them for the rest of my life. Whereas in reality, no, you don't have to do that. But like for me, you got to draw the line in the sand.
You got to keep it super simple.
Keep it super simple. And I would say that, okay, for 1 month, you can have one-on-one coaching with me for this amount of time. And then if you don't resubscribe to my shake, I think there's the home direct, right, and all that. If you don't stay on home direct, I'm not going to coach you anymore.
Now, I want to, get this straight. You can't charge extra.
No.
When you're a coach.
No.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
But that's that's illegal. But the condition of entry into for those kind of network marketing platforms, whereas Beachbody, whatever, is you have to buy the product and then you get my time. Mm. So if they buy your product and they enter a 3-week-long challenge group, which they have your time and attention in the Facebook group, and then after a month they decide, well, I'm not going on home direct. Well, then that's it. You're done. It was great talking to you, but now I'm going to put you back in. Hi, Misty.
You can put them in a free group.
Yeah, put them back in the free group.
Where that group doesn't get that much attention, but the paid group gets more of your attention.
Yeah.
But again, you can't overcomplicate it. You can't be posting in your paid group either over, you're gonna burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out.
So we have really, this doesn't even have to do this doesn't even have to do with anything about Instagram anymore.
Sorry,
what are we talking about? Oh my gosh, we are gotten carried away. You know what? I saw Ryan Glosson come on, and I saw Brittany and Misty and Melanie's asking such great questions and everything that we just kind of went down a rabbit trail. But that's fine. Like I said, I miss you guys.
More value.
Oh, more value. Value. It's good to be back on live with you guys. It's been a few weeks, like I said. Young Gabriel is with us now. So, a lot of the stress and worry is gone, and we are back to, and she is really tired. She's recovering from a C-section, and plus, you know, she gets up super early with the baby, whereas I stay up really late. So that's how we kind of trade off, right?
Yeah, until you get back to work.
Until I go back to work, which is not until next Monday, which so far I might ask my boss for a few more days. I don't know. So let's see. You had a ton of value, plus we met Gabriel. Yeah, thanks. Hi, Amy. Hope you're feeling better and recovering quickly.
I'm trying. I'm hoping it goes by quicker than
Thanks, Misty. So here's the thing about Amy, okay? Amy's the kind of person where I have to stare down and say, you will lay down and sleep. You will go to sleep. You will recover. Stop trying to honcho your way through this thing, you know? She's like, oh, no, I'm going to go clean the house. No, you're not going to go clean the house. The doctor said you got to stay off your feet. Oh, I'm going to go lift 100 pounds. No, you're not going to go lift nothing. You just stop it. Let me take care of you.
I don't want to waste my day.
What's this? Helene, I had a C-section 13 years ago, so you feel our pain. We feel her pain. I just watched.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, you hear Gabriel? Yeah, go get Gabriel. Yeah. So anyway, yes, so hopefully, I know we went down a couple tangents there, but hopefully you guys got the message to which you understand how regardless of the many things that can go wrong, or right or wrong, not saying the baby is a wrong thing, but the things that can go on in your life should not be a hindrance to chasing your dream and chasing after your we got a close up. Oh my gosh,
hi, it's baby.
It's a giant baby. You lost your mind. That poor baby. All right. No, it's the best baby. Hopefully you can see that regardless of what's going on in your personal life, you can leverage it. You can continue on with your business. You just got to make a decision to do so. And once you've decided to do so, it's going to happen. Your life will work itself out where you'll reestablish the time in order you will sit down, do your power hours, posting strategies, whatever it may be that you have to do. And don't be afraid to outsource either. If there's just some things you can't get to because your life is just too crazy, find an outsource. I mean, you know, you can find a relative, find a friend, if you have a kid who's old enough who understands phones and all that. There's even a bunch of what's that one outsourcing program we used at one point? You remember what that was called? Fiverr? Oh,
I don't know.
No, we hired some guy from Indonesia. I even still have him on my Facebook, yeah. He still talks to me once in a while. But yeah, we hired a guy in Indonesia to basically keep our Instagrams going for us when we couldn't be able to. And he was actually a really nice guy. It's just we had to let him go, unfortunately. But he was a really nice guy and we still talk. Anyway, do what you got to do. Keep the business going because it's going to be worth it. You need to take the time to build it up. And Gabriel is very vocal right now. So with that said, I'll stick. If you guys got any questions or anything you want me to talk about, I'm going to stick on here for a few more minutes. I'm just very happy to be back with you guys again. Amy's over there taking care of the baby, so we'll hang out here for a little bit. And let's see here. So here's another little tip while we're waiting for a question is if you have a URL you want to post on your Instagram, or if you have more than one, use this program called Linktree. And Linktree you can post in your bio, and it allows you to post more than one Facebook link in your bio. It is phenomenal. I use it now. It is a lifesaver. Can you tell how to start an IG story? So how do you mean by start it? Like how you actually use it on your phone? Or are you talking about like, you know, at what point in your day should you just start filming yourself doing stuff on the IG story? Or can you clarify for me for a little bit, Melanie? So what is it? What is IG story? Okay, so let's go on. All right, so here is Instagram stories on my wife's page right here. All right, and how you found it is you go to your camera. On the top left of that page right there, you press the camera, and that's your story. And you just press this button right here in the middle, the large white one, and you hold that for a time. You hold that in order to. Oh, that's cool! You get the infinity effect. You hold that in order to do the 15 seconds, or you click it once just to take a picture. And that is how you make a story. And the nice thing is that you can edit it, make little words on it and stuff, little stickers and pictures. Like for instance, I'm going to take a Facebook story of me doing a live with you right now. Boom. Oh, that's a terrible picture, sorry. Boom, okay. And there I just took a picture of myself taking a live with you. And Facebook Live. Since it's my wife's account, I'm going to say Facebook Live with my honey. With my sweetie. Add a little bit of effects to it, and voila, you have an Instagram story. And you just go ahead and press the little plus button on the bottom there, and then you will see that right around your profile picture, a red ring has appeared. That indicates that there is a new story to watch. You press it, and your story appears. Okay? So in order to see what I just posted, my wife's account is Amy_Finton. So it is at Amy_Finton. At Amy_Finton. Okay? And you'll see that Instagram story that I just posted for you. And you can do like 1 million a day. Like, I don't think there's a limit, to be honest. So feel free just to film away. Your followers will love it. And then Linktree, to answer your question, Helene, it's kind of a website. So what you do is you go onto your phone, you go to your Safari, okay? And you look up Linktree, you just search for it. We'll search for it, Linktree. And then it's the first Google search that comes up. And then this is what you're looking for right here. So what you do is you click on the green button and you can add URLs into that. And it'll give you a customized URL that you can copy and paste onto your bio when you go to your edit profile. So if you want to see how it works, go look onto my personal Instagram account at Robert Finton, and you'll see I have my Linktree up. You can click on there and you'll see what it looks like. It is super handy. The only limiting factor about it that I come to find, and it may not be an issue for a lot of you, is since I run 4 Instagram accounts, I can't have a Linktree for all 4 of them unless I have them on different devices. So for instance, on my personal phone that I'm using to film this right now, that device is linked to my personal account at Robert Fitton. If I wanted a Linktree on my food prep life, I would have to use my computer. If I wanted to have it on my Hawaiian pictures page that I run with my dad, I would have to use my tablet. Okay? But most of us only have 1 Instagram account, so you can just use your phone. So, super handy to have. Any other questions before we go? Do you have any questions? How about you, Gabriel? You straight? Gabriel's hungry. He is very hungry. Whew. Man, that was a lot of talking. We went on live. We actually went on live on the on my boot camp, which, by the way, the boot camp is going great. And the next one starts in August, late August. So just a little FYI there, if you want in. We went on the live there for about a half hour, and we've been on live on here forever. So it's been an hour and a half.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's 7:30 already. I know. Time flies when you're having fun. How did I miss it? Yes, it is. Huh? I think Gabriel is definitely getting his fill in Well, I would say you got, for those of you who tuned in, you probably got a lot. Because we just went on 7 tangents.
Yeah, that was
But, you know, that's what we do. So, all right. Well, if none of y'all have any questions, we're going to go ahead and let you guys go. We really appreciate you guys for tuning in. And then we really appreciate you guys watching the video after. It's a longer one, but it's full of great value. So if you guys got nothing else, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Amy, for joining us today to give us the Beachbody niche perspective. Her value is extremely... how did I miss your boot camp? I think it was before you joined the group is when I was advertising. The next one starts, I think, August 21st or something. I don't know the date for sure, but I'll let you know, Melanie. You will see it. And then I'd like to thank Gabriel for showing up and gracing us with his baby presence. But if that's what we have for time for today, so we will see you very soon. Thanks again, and have a great night.